Hello everybody. In today's video, I'm going to show you what the hell all this stuff is and what it's good for. So if you want to see that and learn some new tips and tricks, make sure you stay tuned. Hello BSC family and welcome back to my bench. So my little tip and trick for today, I used to do a lot of electronics and I salvaged a lot of stuff from TVs, computers, old radios, remote control cars, you name it. Basically what I was looking for when I did electronics is I was looking for different types of capacitors, different values, different styles and types. I was looking for resistors and transistors, MOSFETs, all kinds of stuff. So here's some stuff that, I would have collected. We've got, I'm pretty sure, I don't have my good glasses on, but I'm pretty sure these are all like 555 timers. That's pretty much what these styles are. There are other things that are this style. These here probably, it says C1125, 1122.5, which is probably just a different company. They are probably the 7025 triggers, which is what gives you those back and forth lights on the front of Knight Rider, in front of Kit. But anyway, so what you can do with these, some of them might be a little out of scale, but you could flatten them out, right? Flatten out all the legs, super glue or solder wire to them, right? And they would make decent control boards or something for like a race car, right? Or anything like that. Now, if you're lucky and you can desolder some of the SMD 55 timers and stuff, then they're really small. I don't even know if I can focus on that. But as you see, these are really small. So you put that on the firewall with some wires. I mean, you've got, well, there's 8 there. Guess what? That's a multi-coil pack for your spark plugs. Things like that. So never throw away your old electronics. Tear them apart, see what's in it, and you can go from there. Now, again, going through other things, we've got all kinds of springs. Now, if you wanted, say, coil springs for some sort of car or pickup truck, there's various sizes, styles. I mean, I've got a whole bunch here. I mean, even some that are tiny that you could probably even use for return springs and stuff like that. There's pullers, there's pushers, right? This is a puller style. These are all pusher styles, right? There's little wheels. If you wanted, this here is out of a printer. It's the rollers for the paper. Clean this up. You could probably put that on the back of a flat deck truck, as the rollers for, running the big containers off or whatever. The iron ferrites, the coils, they wrap coils around this for inducers and stuff like that. Probably not much use, but again, not just for modeling. I mean, this could be used for dioramas. It could be used for other electronics if you're into that, but pretty much anything. If you're into warhammering, you're looking for some sort of steampunk stuff or whatever, right? There's all kinds of uses for this stuff. So never throw your electronics away. Tear them open, see what's in it, and you might be able to use some of this stuff, right? Now, again, just a tip on that stuff. The newer electronics, you'll find some capacitors and stuff like that, but typically you're looking for the older stuff, like the old tube TVs and, tube style radios and stuff like that, like the 80s type of stuff, right? You're going to find more of this stuff in there than you will in, say, today's type electronics where everything is all microchips. Now, here we've got all kinds of diodes, right? These are for your power, to stop power from going one way. It allows it to go the other way, right? There's all kinds of stuff like that. But if you look at these smaller ones, right down here, not the black ones, but if you look at the smaller ones, if it'll focus, see the red and blue ones like that? Do they not look like some sort of fuel filter? You know, so you could stretch this out. You know, I'm going to try and get this in view for you. Does that not look like some sort of fuel filter? Inline fuel filter? You got that. There's various sizes. Some are even different colors. All right? Try and get another one here. See how small that one is? Some are a little bit bigger, you know. Not easy trying to film these tiny little things. But there you go. That one's a little bigger. Maybe that's on a big rig or something, you know. Like, so you can try and desolder all of that. It's not that hard. A little bit of time and stuff. I mean, you could even use some of these smaller diodes here, like this one. Is that not an inline fuel pump, maybe? You know, glue a couple wires to it for your power and ground. You know, you got your lines in and out for your fuel, or even bigger ones. You can cut these off and use them for the big fuel filters and stuff on big rigs, right? They're about the right size. Now, some of these big ones here, I mean, they're probably not much, but at the same time, you could put this on the side of a building, you know, for a diorama or something like that, paint that up. There could be, who knows, a transformer on the side of the building, right? All kinds of things. Same thing with like your printers and stuff. They have these belt drives. Now, some of them are probably a little thick, but again, if you use them in different things like, you know, the big rigs or generators or something like that, you know, a lot of these are the right size. You know, they're square, so they'll fit down in the grooves. I've used them many times, you know, and they're all different lengths, but you don't have to keep them this length. You can just cut them with a pair of scissors, you know, and then use what you need and done, right? So there's all these little belts, right? And of course, they're going to have pulleys with them and stuff too. Now, you can go as far as like these transformers. These ones are sealed, but if you were to cut this back, do that real quick, maybe here for you. And these are just small transformers. You can find the big ones like out of a microwave or something. But of course, the bigger the transformer, the bigger the wire is going to be, right? Higher the voltage. But if you look deep in there, you got these fine copper wires, right? I don't know if I can show you some of these wires here. They got them kind of encased with some sort of wax or hot glue, but you see how tiny that wire is? I mean, look at that compared to my fingernail or something, you know, like that's pretty small. And all you'd have to do is break this apart. You can see there's a joint right here, one here, right? So you break that apart, and you can pull these wires off wherever they went. You know, you can probably even do it with just, yeah, see, I just broke it off there. And you just unwind these. Now, like I said, these here are a little more finicky and harder to deal with, but you can get these ones here, which you take this and you put this in a small bench vise like I've got here, because everything's glued together, right? But yeah, you can pull these off, use your wire cutters, cut this off, you know, down in here. Probably using the wrong little wire cutters, and I haven't taken it apart yet, but here you go. You know, it's a little thicker. Now you're going to find all different sizes, thicknesses of wire. Here's another style of transformer, right? Now you got a really fine wire. even smaller than this one was. All right. Okay. And if you do it right, you can take this whole thing off and leave it wound on there. Now this one down here, you can see that it's a different color. It actually has like a fabric on it. All right. You can see the copper wire there at the end. It's actually got a fabric on it. So if you were to glue that to the firewall and, you know, paint that, you would actually see that little bit of texture, and that would be basically representing like wire loom or something like that. You know, that black wire loom that they put around the wires, you know, so that is a perfect thing to run back and forth or inside the car, you know. You want to run that to the engine. And like I said, it's got wires in the end of it. Let's see, here's a better shot of it. But you can see there's, ow, I stabbed myself. You can see the copper wire right here, right at the end. So there's probably 15, 20 strands there. So you could actually run stuff to like your alternators and stuff like that. You see all the wires right there? So again, even if you just use it for wire loom and put your own in, here's another roll of it. You know, so I just took the whole thing right off, right? Just left it right on here. It's quite flexible, easy to bend, stays in the position that you put it, right? Again, here these are just more coils, but as you can see, there's a copper and a copper color and a green color. There's actually two wires there, really, really fine. Again, you can use this for so many things, even if you just left it as the disc. I mean, it's about 3.5 or so, 4 mil thick, you know, but there is a lot of wire there. So careful when you're unwrapping, because that'll turn into a mess real fast. Okay, and like this, like I said, there's two different styles here, and it was just wrapped with this plastic crap, whatever it is. So you just cut that off easily. And yeah, here's some solenoids. These are just regular solenoids, and again, different thickness of wire, slightly thicker, you know, but there is a lot there. I mean, that's probably 3 to 4 mil thick winding on there, right? Here's something else that tore apart, you know, another bunch of wire, again, thicker, right? Throw these ones away. Don't bother with these. I was keeping them because I was doing electronics. A lot of this stuff is going to the garbage. That's why I'm separating it all. But again, there's like this one here, and you can see like there's what, good 8 strands there, and this here is going to be wrapped all around the center. This is a double solenoid. So you pull this tape off, right, and it's basically a braided wire, so you can leave it as a braid. It doesn't like to focus on these things. Come on, focus. Yeah. Anyways, it's a braided wire, right? And come on, focus. It doesn't want to focus. Damn it. But anyways, yeah, it's a braided wire, and it just wraps around. There's 2 sides to it, you know. So again, you could either leave it as the braided, or you can separate it and have, I don't know, 8 or 10 wires that you can do something else with. There's this one here. It's got the iron ferrite core in it. Okay, and a piece of wax paper style, and this is just glued down. Now this here actually has, it's really thin, and it has a string wrapped in it as well. So again, really good for your firewall wire looms and stuff like that. But here's the thing, take that off, right? This here, clean this up. It had a little bit of wax on it holding this together. Clean off that wax. And, well, if you're using any type of knife like this, or even the X-Actos, and you need a little bit of a tune-up, there you go. You just take some of the burr right off of the blade, and you're good to go. All right? So, again, not only for building, but, hey, tool maintenance as well right there. So that's my tip of this time around, sorry that the video is a little long, but I'm just trying to show you and explain to you that tear your electronics apart and you can have all kinds of stuff instead of going out and buying a tiny little roll of wire that's going to cost you God knows what, and this stuff is free. You're tearing it out of old electronics that no longer work. So you're helping the environment by recycling. You're helping your hobby, no matter what it may be, model cars, Warhammer, D&D, just building dioramas, don't matter what it is. You've got so many scales of wire and parts and all kinds of things. Hell, I even take this and just put that on the freaking top of a roof of a building, and yeah, there's your high voltage transformer for the building, and you can paint it up a little bit, scrape stickers off of it. It's endless on what you can do with this stuff. So if you like these types of videos, hit that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks to all my subscribers, new and old, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button. Turn that bell notification on. Make sure it's on all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. Give me a follow on my Instagram and my Facebook group. Links for them are down in the description. And again, no matter what you build or what you use to build it, just do it your way. Until next time, later.